What's up? It's Forgotten Circus. So, Spider-Man 4, we all knew was coming eventually. I mean, there was a little bit of delay in it. We get it. He needed Tom Holland needed a break, but it finally gets an official title as Brand New Day. Now, there's a lot in that title that people may not be seeing. I mean, this is kind of my theory on it, and I'm going to break it down, analysis of what I think. Obviously, that's why I'm talking about this. Hmm. But anyway, so Brand New Day. What could that mean? So we're getting Spider-Man 4. So obviously we know in Spider-Man No Way Home. So all the Spider-Man have been good. That has been one really successful franchise for Sony. And now Marvel got in the mix, and then there's a rights thing going. So you film there, and we all know how they both kind of share the proceeds, but it's starting to be more a move on the Marvel side because it's one of the superheroes. Like Spider-Man he's up there with the goats. He's the Mount Rushmore. Everybody knows that. Old Peter Parker, Mount Rushmore of superheroes. And I like how he's been betrayed each time. So you had like what really brought it to the screen, obviously, was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, which were great, done by Sam Raimi. And you saw another side of, because there were a lot of the other live action ones back in the day that, oh geez, look at the ones from like the 70s, bro, where they tried to do Spider-Man. It's hilarious. But how he introduced it became pop culture with Tobey Maguire. And then everybody always talks a lot of trash about the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield's portrayal. If you actually go back, it was just, I think everybody was so used to Toby. They loved his Peter Parker. They loved Mary Jane. They just couldn't accept that it was a new person. I think that's what really. But if you actually go back and watch those, they're actually really good. Andrew Garfield is really, really. I keep saying it. It's Andrew Garfield, but he is really good as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The combination. So, and then after that failure, which really wasn't a failure, it's just how it was perceived at the time. And now you go back and watch it, and it holds weight. You got Tom Holland, and Tom Holland is. I've seen a lot of Tom Holland movies, some here to miss. It seems like they kind of typecast him to be like his, young self, but he's getting older now, and you got to see that in the last Spider-Man. But it was a breath when they brought him. What was it, Underoos? When they brought him in Captain America, Civil War. Wow, what an entrance! He nails it. He nails it. But now we're like 3, about to be 4 movies in with Tom Holland. So that's what this kind of long introduction to what I'm getting into. Why I think it's called Brand New Day. I think it's called Brand New Day because they're going to introduce live action Miles Morales. Because Tom Holland has said repeatedly, time and time again, that if he wants to be the one to pass it all, he wants to be the Peter Parker to pass it, the mantle and the crown to Miles Morales. I really think Miles Morales is going to do that. I know we got another Around the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, Jumping Over the Spider-Verse. However many they want to do, they can still keep doing the animated ones, but it's time. We saw how they did it with the 3 Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield's, and then Toby's, and then Tom. It worked. All 3 of them worked. I remember being in the theater, and as soon as you saw Ned do the portal, and you saw that one Spider-Man, be like, no, that's not Tom Holland. Oh, and then they did that with 3. Imagine, but this one will be different. This is passing the torch to someone that's not Peter Parker, someone that is actually very beloved You're going to get your Gwen Stacy's when you do this. And you know, I think Tom Holland, he knows. He knows. We don't want that Thor thing going on. Like Ragnarok just ended off beautifully. It was great. It went off into Endgame, Infinity War, and all that. It just ended off perfectly with Thor. And then he came out with Love and Thunder. Sometimes when you stretch these a little bit too much, and I'm trying to hold on to the superhero universe, I really still believe in it. I'm one of those that I even want the Thunderbolts to be good because I grew up with comic books. I love it. I love superheroes and all that. But if your main character, your main actor is saying, let's pass the torch to Miles Morales, sometimes you got to listen. Who doesn't want a Miles, man? And I think the first, it's been rumored that a lot of people want what is old boy from Stranger Things? Oh my gosh, I just forgot his name. I just had it. But you know what I'm talking about, to be him. Now, remember, he is mixed. He is a mixed race. Nothing wrong with that. That's great. I love it. I love Miles Morales. It's just dope. Like, you know what I mean? So, who are you gonna cast if this so happens in brand new? I'm just going on theories and stuff from me, but I think this will be the perfect. And then he could like walk off with MJ and Ned, Tom Holland, and Zendaya, and what's his name? Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting names? But yeah, Jacob, right? Isn't it Jacob? Yeah, they could just walk off. Like they could. Strange could come in and be like, all right, snap it back where they remember you as just Peter Parker, as their friend, like that, and forget something like that. And then pass it off, and he winks to Miles. What if he says something like, "Make me forget who I am and what I can do," so then he can be the new Spider-Man. These are just, I think that would be dope. It gets Doctor Strange to come back, and Doctor Strange doesn't even have to be in this whole movie. Just like at the end, whenever they fight the big bad or the big boss together, imagine Miles Morales, Peter Parker, both Spider-Man fighting together to beat a foe. Imagine what that would look like. And they're just teamwork and, like, you know what I mean? And they're not even, brand new day. And then he passes it on, and Doctor Strange comes out of nowhere with what's her Charlize Theron's character, Dormammu's daughter. They come through at the end, and then he tells him, and then he probably looks like Miles Morales, like, I gotta do this. It's your time. And then he tells him, and then Doctor Strange and then walk off, and then Tom, hey, who are you? It's like, oh, he's like, oh my gosh, is that Spider-Man? And they'll be like, oh yeah. He's like, oh my gosh, can I get a picture with you? That'd be so dope. Like, he turns into like a fan. He doesn't even know that he was the former Spider-Man. And he's like, man, I'll be watching you, kid. Something like that, and just walks off. I don't know, it may sound kind of cheesy, but that's how comic books are. Comic books are cheesy. We got away from the cheesiness and the awesomeness of comic books and tried to make spectacles. Even though Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, they nailed it. Civil War, the Winter Soldier too. So there's a lot they can do. It's still early. It's coming out 2020 July 2026. So we got time. There's a lot of stuff. It's Disney, Marvel, and Sony going together. So it could change a lot. But if you're going to do a brand new day, make it a brand new day. A new sunrise. Have one sunset and a new sunrise to the new Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't drop the ball on this. But that's just my theory and stuff. You can take stuff from it and tell me what you think. What you think this movie's going to be like. Because Brand New Day, the title, I don't know, man. I don't know. They might be hinting at something. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.